with Cam Newton and the Patriots, because new Patriot Cam Newton has a history of celebrating when he reaches the end zone, most notably with his Superman gesture. But a Boston radio show questioned how those celebrations will be received by Bill Belichick and the Patriots, and even suggested that they may not be allowed. Shannon, do you think Belichick will have a problem with Cam's Superman celebrations?
No, I do not, Skip Bayless. Coach Belichick doesn't have a problem with celebrations. Coach Belichick has a problem with penalties that may come from celebration. Coach Belichick doesn't have a problem with hard play, smart play. He just doesn't want you to get penalties because he says penalties beat you. Penalties are a sign of a mentally weak football team. You're doing things it's hard enough to beat a team in the NFL without giving them an extra 5 yards, without giving them an extra 15 yards, without doing something dumb that goes directly against helping your team win. And Skip, this all stemmed from a show, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Skip, it was in Boston. And I think it's called Felger and Maz, and the guy, Michael Felger. Skip, this is what happens, Skip, when you don't study, when all you do is talk and you don't do any research. This is what happens, and then you have your listeners that follow up this bull jive. Now, I pulled a clip, and I want the people in Boston, hopefully just a couple of you guys are watching, I want people around the world. This is what Bill Belichick said about celebration. Cue the tape for me, please.
You should be excited when you make a play. Hell, look at all the work you've put into it. All the time that you've spent and practice of put into it, and to go out there in a game competitively and execute it well and make a play, you should be excited about it. And your teammates should be excited too. Just look at this right here. It's so obvious. It's so visible. And when you can show that picture visually to your opponent, that's what intimidation is. That's the look right there, fellas. It's going to be a long night.
That's what Bill Belichick said about celebration. Now, Skip, the part that we didn't get to, there were two earlier clips where defensive guys made plays. Ty Warren made a play against San Diego Chargers. He makes a play. He's excited. None of his teammates come around him. Coach Belichick said, what the hell, guys? Ty excited, but none of you guys seem to be excited.
So he likes team celebrations.
It doesn't matter. What does Cam Newton do after every celebration? What does Cam Newton do with the football for the last 9 years, Skip Bayless? What does Cam Newton do with the football after he celebrates?
After he celebrates?
Yes.
He gives it to a kid.
He gives it to a kid.
Okay. So that makes it okay if you give it to a kid. Okay.
As long as he's not harming his team. Skip Bayless, this is what I'm a firm believer in. The NFL is about 1,700 players on a given Sunday. I don't believe the NFL needs 1,500 TOs, but they don't need 1,500 Barry Sanders or Peyton Mannings either. I believe the NFL, Skip, there's a reason why the NFL likes the rules. Remember, they lax the rules on celebrations. Why? Because that's what fans wanted to see. If this not entertainment, are you not entertained? See what it is, Skip Bayless? A black quarterback in New England hadn't even played a snap yet, and we already finding a reason to be upset.
So you think this is racial at its core?
1,717%.
Interesting.
Hadn't even got there, Skip. But at the end of the day, Coach Belichick says, you know what? When a team that celebrates and you play hard and you win, this is going to come down to winning.